Hello and welcome back to another episode of It Ain't Giving, featuring your hosts, Noella Fierce and
Shawana LaQuan, yes.
Absolutely. So I'll start it off. I'll say what's not giving for me is how long it took me to get back in the game. And I'll let y'all interpret that to be, what you think it
Don't
is.
don't let them interpret it. Kind of just tell these bitches, bitch.
No, they can interpret. Um, mm, well, not you swearing within the first minute. It's fine. We don't make money off this shit. No way.
What
Not
did I
not right
say?
now.
I'm going to effing tell them. Is that what I said?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it don't matter. We don't
It
make
don't
money
matter. We don't
yet.
make
But
money
once we
yet.
make money, it's
Once we make money,
gone.
it's giving. Oh, we must, look at the
Mm,
clock. We just hit a minute.
yes.
But
Period.
anyway, that's what's not giving. What's not giving is how long it took me to put myself back out there in the um, femme top regime. Yep, I said it. I put it out there.
So for me, what is not giving?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I kind of was like our heads were kind of in like the similar area. Mine has to do with what was giving last week, but apparently that's not a thing that exists, or I can't find them. I was talking about how what was giving was men with money, men with funds and bank accounts, men that like to pay for stuff, um, um, men that are, men and do manly things. But I'm starting to realize that the men that at least that speak to me aren't those types of men, and I'm just like, y'all aren't giving.
At all.
So
At all.
that's what I'm gonna put as what's not giving is the men that think that they can speak to me, but low key on some lame shit. I don't know, but
They never stood a chance, I fear.
yeah.
Never stood a chance. But anyway, let's jump right into these topics. Topic number one. Um, so within this last week, Trump has now backed down from the 145% tariff on China, pausing it for 90 days. And many of the other tariffs as well, I know, have been paused um, in like countries that aren't China.
It's
Um,
it's now a universal 10% for everybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was 124% for China. He
hmm
he went and made it 145%, and then when the tariff was supposed to go into effect, backed down, and then he it's not like fully gone, but it's just going to be extended, just like the TikTok ban. There's going to be an extension on the ban on the tariffs. Um,
hmm
just for him to also add exemptions on iPhones, electronics. I forgot what else. That oh wait, it's right here. Smartphones, computers, and other electronics are now exempt from the tariff, and
hmm
you will get them tariff free. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh, so
that's
what's
right.
this capitulation?
No, literally. Like, girl, he's trying to like strong arm all these other world leaders, but it's literally just not working.
Yeah, I was
It feels
watching
like
an
the entire
interview.
world. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was watching an interview and people were like reacting to him like putting the exemptions for it, and it seems like these people are like low key like really really worried, and it's fear mongering people to make purchases that they otherwise wouldn't have made just because they're trying to avoid the tariffs. And like there were some purchases I was gonna make regardless if there was a tariff or not, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it, but. Yeah, the tariffs kind of want me to expedite so it's kind of like influxing the market with like mass like purchases because people are like scared and want to get their shit now, and then they're just gonna like once they get what they need, very much people are gonna hold off. I fear.
hmm No, literally. I was saying like it just feels like the whole world, minus Russia, is like banding together to like collectively say fuck you to Trump and all the bullshit he's trying to implement on everybody else and his citizens. Which kind of nice, but it's not nice living here, to having
Mm-mm.
lived through it and go through it.
Mm-mm.
Ugh, the damn near recession we almost got put in before he decided to rescind all his tariffs last
Yep.
Wednesday. Like,
Yep.
last Wednesday, the markets were, oof, the lowest they've ever been since fucking COVID happened.
Yeah. And he was
And
also
he
in
was in
office when.
office when that
Ooh!
happened. Yeah, clock that
Let's
T.
talk about
Clock
that.
that T. But you know how these Trump supporters have selective memory loss, child. They'll forget anything bad that happened during his first term. Be like, oh, but Joe Biden, blah, blah, blah. Like, girl,
Girl, please. Girl, boo.
was Joe Biden asleep at the wheel? Yes. But was he a
Yes,
better
but
president than Trump? Also, yes.
yes.
So,
Like,
I'll take a
one person
sleepy
just let
Joe.
this shit run itself and continue on its way, while one is actively trying to dismantle and gut everything with no
Mm-hmm.
sense of replacement or any idea of like how to make an issue better. It's just let's just get rid of it altogether. Bitch, you need to find a solution. Just getting rid of it doesn't solve the solution. The problem is still there, if not worse, because now there's nothing
Yep.
to actually mend the wounds. Like,
Literally.
you can't fire researchers for disease prevention, but then wonder why there's a measles outbreak in Texas.
That's crazy.
Like,
I didn't even hear
I
about that. Oh,
yes, girl,
God.
yes,
Oh,
girl.
God. Make sure y'all are up to date on your fucking vaccinations, because
Like,
the way these health regulations and FDA approval shits are all gonna go into the shitter with this fucking JFK in office. Like, oh.
yeah,
And
it's
him
just
being in charge of our fucking healthcare when he don't even believe in vaccinations or like
girl.
hardly any like modern medicine. Like, girl,
It's the
be up to date.
dismantling. Yeah, be up to date, and it's the dismantling of things that actually are meant to help us, but it may not be working as efficiently as everybody wants it to do, but it still serves a purpose. Provide a solution before you dismantle it. That's all I gotta say. Like, at least make something better, not just completely wipe it away.
Yeah. They've
It's
not been doing
ridiculous.
that at all, I fear.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Not at all.
And I haven't heard much noise coming off from like Doge's end. It's been awfully
Mm-hmm.
quiet on that part, child. I think those federal judges blocking a lot of the shit that they were doing on top of they were like I've heard multiple sources say that like they heard behind closed doors that Trump was talking about removing him from Doge, but that's not
It
100%.
hasn't happened yet, so
Yeah, so until that does happen, I don't know. Like, they're probably still doing shit that we don't know about, but they're trying to be like more, I guess, mindful instead of just like being like a bull in a china shop and just being like, everybody, get out, like, gone,
right.
and this is your resignation. Like, I think they're probably doing something at the back end that we're not attuned to yet, and we'll
Mm-hmm.
soon to find out. But child, I don't trust anything that this administration has going on.
No, literally.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have something that I didn't put on here
Go ahead.
that
Go
it kind
ahead.
of goes into it. Um, Another reason why I don't trust this administration. Last episode we talked about that nobody seems to want to fucking tune into. Yeah,
No, none of y'all watched.
yeah,
None of y'all came to the channel and watched that last episode. Gagged us a bit, ate us
yeah,
up a bit, I fear, and said, we don't want to watch this
yeah.
one.
I
I
was
was
like,
like,
oh,
oh, okay. The first time we've gotten sub 50 views in like months.
yeah. I was like, oh,
Y'all gagged us with that real bad.
real bad.
We
But
kept
regardless,
waiting. It's like maybe the next day we'll get like a surplus of views. Well, no, the surplus never came.
y'all ate us
The
up,
surplus
bitch.
never came.
Y'all gagged
But
us. Yeah, we're giving you
oh,
your
but
lashings here. Mm.
yeah, deserved lashings. Because why the fuck didn't y'all tune in?
That was a good episode.
Mother and mother are very disappointed with y'all for not tuning in for that last episode. Like,
Hmm. But there was a man.
as she
His
was
I think his name
saying.
was like I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. I'm not even gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
But he he was We talked about in the last episode how there was a man wrongfully accused for being a part of the
Mm.
MS-13 gang, and he was illegally deported, and he didn't have any due process, no court date, no. He literally was just he was taken, kidnapped, and shipped on a plane to a El Salvador fucking prison where he is. We don't know what. We don't even know if this man is even alive at this point.
Oh.
And federal judges said that he needed to bring that man back because he was not who they said he was, and then
Mm-hmm.
even the Trump administration was lying, saying that he was an MS-13 gang member. But as more information came out, those judges ended up realizing like that was a law-abiding citizen. He was also married to or like in the process of like getting those marriage or certificates. So like I guess it wasn't like I don't know if it was fully like set in stone that he was able to be there just based off of them if they had already had the marriage ceremony and it was verified that those two were together. But regardless of that, he has a wife or a woman at home, and he was snatched up, and they realized it, said he had to bring him back, and then even the Supreme Court voted on it, and unanimously, it's been a while since every single judge on the panel was like, yeah, bring that man back, that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They all said that was not right, and bring that man back, and now the Trump administration is saying that they don't have the jurisdiction to bring him back.
It'd be so fucking for real. Be effervescently for real with us right now.
And I'm trying to figure out, is this man even alive? Or are they just saying that to cover their ass? Because if this man is not alive, we have some serious issues that are about to happen in this country, like constitutional civil war level. you
Yeah.
just you just snatching
Yeah.
up any
Yeah.
law-abiding citizen, like even though they might not be fully legal yet, and they're in the process of marrying an actual citizen. Like there's plenty of people that get married to somebody and they have a green card or whatever, and they're here for a certain amount of time, and they're just trying to get all of the things set in stone. So, but he was illegally deported, sent to a El Salvador prison, had all his rights stripped, and possibly is being like abused in these facilities. If not, probably possibly could be dead. Um, that's a serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
We are in some deep shit on a country level. No shade. If that
Mm-hmm.
all, if he's even alive. So
Right.
I just wanted to bring that up as a follow up from a topic from last week that
Mm-hmm.
got more. It had more progress and more people started to get hands in the pot and being like, Trump, we need you to do this now because that wasn't right. And now they're kind of looking like a deer in headlights, not knowing what to do, saying we can't do that. And it's like,
Right. Mm-hmm.
but yes.
Our next topic. As the stock market crashes and American citizens are worried about the economy, Trump had the president's office redecorated in gold while people
Yeah.
are suffering and struggling and trying to figure out where they're going to get their next meal. Um, I feel like this doesn't come as a surprise to anyone with a functioning frontal lobe and developed frontal lobe. But even some of you bitches that have a frontal lobe that is developed voted for that man. In fact, most of y'all that had fully, you know, lobed up frontals voted for him. So clearly that don't mean shit.
Mhm.
Um, but to anybody that actually has critical thinking skills, we knew this is what this presidency was going to give. We knew it was going to be much
Yeah.
worse than the first one because he packed his entire fucking White House with yes men and yes women, and potentially yes they thems, but they're just not going to say it because they're under the Trump regime.
Right. They're
But
gonna go with
anyway,
whatever they were born at birth. Yes.
right. Um, Many Americans, even myself included, are just like worried about how prices are about to jump up and gradually increase um,
Mhm.
for the next 4 years because of all this bullshit that's happening. And I even saw, I was watching Hassan's stream and he was reacting to this one video of a farmer who was like, who voted for Trump, obviously, because the whole Farmers for Trump thing was a whole big movement for them. Don't know
Hmm.
why they didn't do any inkling of research to know that this was about to be shitty for them. This
Majority of the
farm
funding they receive is literally
government
Democrat
funding,
booked. Yeah, it's
government
government
funding.
spending. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
government funding on top of majority of the people that want you to get those benefits are the Democrats, not the Republicans. But what
Mm-hmm.
you were saying, go ahead.
And this farmer in particular, he literally was getting government funding from this one program where he would like feed people and like he
Hmm.
would like hire people, but he wasn't able to do that because he doesn't have the funding no more. So
Mm.
it's just like if you thought for 2 seconds, you would have been able to know that
Yeah.
this man was going to take everything away from you.
Like you're giving
I
free
don't know how
handouts
he
to people.
manipulated y'all into thinking that he was pro farmer and
A pro
pro
handouts, pro
pro.
handouts, pro free stuff. They
Yeah,
ain't for that,
girl.
girl.
Mm-mm. They said no more. Give it back. It's like,
Like
oh,
what? Like to think
gagged y'all.
any Republican would be okay with you giving out like anything for free. It's like that's a very liberal, like very socialism, very much. Oh, I'm gonna do this hard work and give it to you for free just because I want to help everybody out as a whole. Republicans don't believe in that, so I don't know what the fuck y'all are voting for when y'all go down to the fucking voting booths. I think y'all are literally smoking fucking crack at this point because. There's some
Ooh,
other
gag
things I
them,
can say about
sister.
y'all. There's some other things I can say about y'all.
End
The
them.
people that
End
went out
them.
and vote fucking Green Party and Independent
And
thinking they're
voted
doing
independent.
something,
Gobble.
go stay
Gobble.
home.
Gobble.
Just stay home.
Especially
That's
if,
all I
I
have
mean,
to say.
especially if you're in a fucking red state, like girl, ain't no point in you leaving the house if you can just go
If you
and
want
vote
to make
independent.
meaningful change and flip the state and actually make progress in this country, you vote opposite party. You don't vote Independent and Green Party. You dumbass. No shade.
Ooh, gag.
No
No,
shade.
because I just don't understand the whole independent party voters. Like, we don't have the infrastructure for that to even be a realized idea. Yes, I get it. There shouldn't be a two-party system, but that's not the fucking world that we live in currently.
Exactly.
Nor
So
will it
until
be the
it's
world that we live in
changed,
for probably another 2 to 3 decades. So I need y'all to
right.
get this out of your heads where you could just, I'm just gonna vote independent because I don't like either party. Bitch,
Girl, quit trying to be different. The fuck?
please stop trying to be different because y'all have done irreparable damage to the country now. That it's the independent people, but not just them. It's the people that didn't show up to vote at all as
People
well.
that didn't show up, Independent, Green Party, all the
Ugh,
bitches that voted for him in the first place because you got popular vote. I'm gonna blame
girl,
all y'all bitches. No shade. Y'all getting y'all
no,
lashings
literally,
today. I don't care.
and y'all deserve it, and y'all fully deserve it. Ain't no reprieve. Ain't no. Oh, but you can be friends with the Trump supporter. Hell, the fuck no, I
No,
cannot.
no, and I don't fuck any of them or talk to them anymore. Like all of them that have been hitting me, I'll
Clock
be
it.
like, bye. You don't get nothing from me. So I don't know. Like y'all are getting your lessons today. This
Mm-hmm.
is what needed to be said. Kamala Harris said, "I'm not here to tell you I told you so, bitch. We here to tell you we told you so. I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, and Kamala did told y'all so. Like, she absolutely did. But y'all do not listen to women. The misogyny clouds your fucking brain. The ego clouds your fucking brain to be able to critically think about what would happen if this man took office, and he did, and now he's doing what he said he would fucking do. But y'all have selective hearing, like I said, and just chose to vote based off the price of eggs, which are now higher than when they were with Joe Biden and higher than they would
I
have been if we had Kamala in fucking office right now. You stupid fucking bitch.
I
Hate
voted
y'all.
for
Hate
Trump
y'all.
because of the economy.
And look where
Bitch, you're
that got you,
dumb.
bitch.
You're
Look where that
dumb.
got you.
You're dumb.
I see some
Y'all
of
are
these
making the rich
delusional
richer.
bitches. Oh, I see some of these delusional bitches still seem like we just gotta give him time. He's gotta. It's gonna work out in the end, bitch.
Bitch, are you okay?
How is you good? How is you
Like,
okay?
I'm
Ugh.
so over these bitches. I don't know. I'm having fun
Yeah.
giving y'all lashings because if you voted for that man or you couldn't vote for a woman, these are your lashings. This is exactly what y'all
Yup.
get. I don't care. You gonna hear it from us and you gonna
Hmm.
hear it from everybody around you. And that was dumb. Mm.
You're gonna hear it from the people that are around you that, you know, have a spine and have a mind of their own and don't
Yes.
just follow the collective bullshit.
Yes.
Um, but anyways, next topic. Go ahead, sister.
Trump invited a bunch of like wealthy men to his like president office or whatever while it was dripped in gold and looking all lavish while the stock market is crashing. He said, quote, these rich guys made a lot of money because of me, basically admitting that he kind of like manipulated the stock market by putting these tariffs and
Hmm.
making the top 1% richer while everyone else is still poor and wondering how they're going to pay for everything if these tariffs do go into place and make them more poor. So, anyone that voted for him for lower prices, you're dumb as fuck. I'm gonna go right back to that because tariffs don't make anything but make shit more expensive, and we don't have the infrastructure in America to fucking make all of this shit here. We don't iPhones we don't make here. We don't know how to we don't have the skilled labor for it, and for all of us to be trained to make it properly, y'all already be complaining about how shit the iPhones are. They're gonna be even more shit if they made here, no shade.
And they would
And it's gonna be
cost
more
like
expensive.
$30,000 if they
Right,
were
because our
all
labor
made
is not
here.
cheap. Our labor's
Yeah.
not cheap. No.
If every
Y'all
single
not doing
iPhone
that.
from this point forward was made in America, they're saying it would cost like $30,000 for a fucking iPhone. Which nobody
Like,
would be paying for.
exactly. No. Like,
Imagine taking out a
nobody's.
fucking car loan amount of money to get a fucking new phone.
You could get a duster car for that amount. Like, you could get something to roll around in for 3,500 versus something that sits in your fucking pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what? I don't know. We just don't have the infrastructure to make everything in America. We don't have the skilled labor. On top of y'all don't want to do that work, and to pay
Y'all
us
don't
to
want to do
make
that
the same
work.
thing, it's gonna be more expensive. Regardless, you gonna pay more.
Hmm.
Like, I just don't. I'm trying to figure out like where the common sense and seeing the big picture is, and I don't think there's any common sense or seeing any of the big picture at all.
Right. Like,
Like
none at all, child. So
operating with no
short-sighted with
brains.
their so short-sighted with their vote. I'm like, oh,
Oh, it'll create more jobs and da 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 da. And okay, but like we don't have the skilled labor for it. On top of our labor is expensive, and it's gonna make that expensive. And on top of it, anyways, we're gonna pay. Like what?
that part.
It's really
Oh
hard for
my
me to wrap my
god.
head around, but regardless, say
We in a
y'all are
dragon mood
dumb.
today, honey. Like, I
I'm
don't know.
dragging them out. Like
Oh, these bitches gotta go. They have to go. They have to leave.
yes. Do you want to get us into our next topic?
I had to self lubricate my throat.
Yes. Read these bitches. Lubricate.
So anyway, our
Lubricate,
next
bitch.
topic. Oh, I almost said next cockick. Oh God.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Love
our next
those.
topic. The House passed the Saved Act. I can't. What you
Well,
doing?
yes.
The House
I'm trying to.
passed the Save Act, and this would require all American citizens registering to vote or updating their registration information to present documentary proof of citizenship in person. For the vast majority of Americans, this would be a passport or a birth certificate. Um, and this would also affect many married women who got their name changed. So on their birth certificate, their name is different, which means you can't vote.
Let's talk about it.
You see how
Cause
one decision y'all made in that voting booth is going to affect your life drastically, and how you won't have any influence in these elections coming forward. But because, como se dice, you're a pick me ass bitch, you voted for Trump because your husband did, and you're like, oh, I'm a modest girl. It won't affect me.
I'm living
Are you
for the
sure about
dragging
that,
we're doing
babes?
today, because these bitches,
Are you
they
sure
really
about
deserve all
that?
of this. They deserve every bit of this. No shade, and I'm having fun.
They deserve every.
Dumb
They
ass
deserve even
bitches.
worse than this little light
Dumb.
drag they getting.
Yeah.
Cause girl,
Now, basically, to participate in the election, you have to like pay your way in. No shade.
damn near.
Cause like if you don't have a birth certificate with a matching name to go
You
get
don't
it
have
changed,
to
it probably gonna
pay for
cost
a birth
something. On top of
certificate.
a passport costs money outright. Period. Like you gonna spend over $100 on a passport. Point blank. Period. That's just what it is. Is so.
Basically, if this gets past the House and Congress
Oh, it
actually
already
passes the
passed. It's passed
no,
the
like
house.
it's not like official.
Um,
The Supreme Court can still like block it or whatever.
we'll see if
But
they
if
do
it gets
that,
past
child.
all of that, then you basically have to like do the same shit that I had to do to get my real ID. They needed my goddamn social security. They needed my birth certificate. They needed two fucking sources of goddamn mailing info that has your name on it. They needed what else did they fucking need? Oh god,
Lord have mercy.
one other
I'd
thing
have to
as
do all
well.
that.
Yeah, I had to for the real ID in the state that I live in. Yeah.
Lord, Florida don't give
Oh,
a
it was a
damn.
lot.
They said just give us a social security card. That's proof enough, child.
They said social security, birth certificate, two identifiable mailing things. I'm like, oh my
Fuck.
goodness, girl.
What the fuck,
Oh, and
bitch?
one of them needed to be like a bank statement or a phone bill or a utility bill, and then
They asking for too much, child. What the fuck?
it was crazy, bitch. Which is why it took me so long
Oh.
to go and fucking get it because I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, in order to travel domestically, we gonna need that
I got
star
it
on our goddamn
now.
ID.
I'm still waiting for
Mm.
my driver's license with the little star on it to come
Mm.
in. But I did it, and I renewed it. I had to
Period.
take a little written, quote unquote, driving test, which is basically 35 questions. You need to get 28 out of the 35 right in order to
Oh.
pass. I think I got like 32 or 30 correct out of the
Period.
35. It's like, oh, you passed. It's like, oh, okay. Then I also needed to do another eye test because I was renewing my license as well as getting the real ID. So it's like,
Mm.
okay, read this line. I was like, da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Okay, you're good. I was like, oh. It's like, come on, good vision. Love that for me. I was like, oh, that was easy. I could have read the even
Mm-hmm.
tinier one, the one all the way at the bottom. I could
Mm-hmm.
have read that, but they said read this slightly small one. I was like, girl, that's big, but okay.
Yeah.
Did that, got my shit down, and just waiting for the card to come. Anyway, that was a
Yeah.
tangent. That was a Noella
I
tangent.
I feel like you should get us into this next one because you went in on this one. I feel like it's just better
For
coming
our
from
last
your mouth.
topic.
Yeah.
Yup. Our last topic, this came directly from me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Us as Americans have been fed the lie that China is this third world country filled with peasants, as J.D.
Yes.
Vance has once said. Yet, because of the colossal failure of this current administration, Americans are finally waking up from their delusion. Um, and this administration has only put a bright ass spotlight on how great things are over there compared to this shithole country.
Mm-hmm.
They have better cars, more affordable housing, technological
Mm-hmm.
advancement that far succeeds ours, city development
Mm-hmm.
that we could never even imagine. Like, there's this one
Mm-hmm.
city in China that has like, oh my god, like the fucking, oh, it's like, oh, it's like an entire maze to like get to the bottom of the goddamn city, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like you can think you're on the ground and there's like drivable roads, and then you look down and there's more infrastructure below you. It's crazy over
Jack.
there. And even with all that, and even with them having like a billion plus people there, healthy food is more readily accessible than it is over here. Clock that fucking
Mm.
tea. Make that
Mm.
make fucking sense to
Their
me because
infrastructure for
it just doesn't.
transportation is light years in front of ours. Child.
Girl, they literally have car battery changing stations.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
they are like
Mm.
the I feel like they're the number one electric vehicle country at this
Yeah.
moment. like
I
the
looked at the
infrastructure
infrastructure for
and
their fucking goddamn train stations versus like
oh my
New
god,
York, and like New York is a high tax paying state. Like they've got a lot of people putting in fucking revenue and taxes over there. The subway stations
girl,
look dated and
girl,
gutted and busted, but in China that shit looked bougie.
pristine, pristine,
Literally
luxurious,
so
like
clean, so sleek, so modern, so updated. I was like, girl,
this
the
complete
American
farce
dream is
that
outside of America.
let's talk about it because where is any of that in this country? Because it just does not exist. Even in the most populated, dense cities, it don't look nothing compared to China. Like, I'm sorry,
The American dream is outside of America.
I
I've
fear,
confirmed it.
I fear.
Yeah.
And then I saw this
God.
another tangent. I saw this one TikTok of this one white girl who was like, I finally decided to read the Communist Manifesto, and it's like not even
What?
that bad. Like the things in there are
Oh.
like very normal. Like y'all painted this to be something that's like
It's like
so
such a bad thing.
but it's really just like about a sense of community and like
Very
all
much.
this other shit.
Just
Like,
like everyone has an equal quality of life. We try to all work
mm-hmm,
together to make things copacetic and work in unison, and everyone can enjoy nice things, and everyone, you know,
could
like
never be a thing here.
literally everyone can enjoy nice things, and you wouldn't have to worry about somebody fucking panhandling on the fucking corner, like unless they just didn't allocate their funds properly and just
Like it's
overspent in certain
almost like
areas.
it seems like that's like the closest thing to utopia we could be, which is
Yeah.
why we're not there yet.
Mm.
But anyway, let's wrap this up. That was a good episode. That was a jam-packed episode. Short,
Very
but
much.
jam-packed.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and wrap things up with what is giving for this week. It should come to no surprise to any of you that what was given to me was what happened last night with a gentleman caller. Well, not a gentleman caller because I don't. Girl boy. Girl bye. I had some fun with this man last night. That's what was giving. And yeah, was giving for you this week.
Um, what's giving for me is I'm getting ready to I'm getting ready to wrap up some karmic cycles, some karmic debt.
Yes.
Um,
And that'll be good
kind
for
of
you.
kind of close the chapter on two people in my life that I feel like had a big impact on, I guess, like the overall direction I was going. And I feel like I just need to like fully close it out, wrap up all of it, because I was getting a reading from one of these little tarot readers that I listen to often. I've listened to him for the past few years, and anytime I just like I go in with it being like it's general. He's not talking about me. Take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates, it resonates. Bitch, it be feeling like he's speaking directly to me, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is just too spot on. It's fucking with me. So he was like, baby, this karmic cycle, like you need to end the chapter on it, or else this could stick with you for like the next 5 years. And I was like, ooh, karmic debt sticking to me negatively for the next 5 years? Yeah, no.
No
Let me go
thanks.
on and wrap this up. Let me just wrap this up so I can flourish and be Florence, and like my middle name, and flourish these next 5 years instead of be withering and slowly growing. Baby, I need a full bloom. I need a full bloom.
Period.
So that's what's giving. Wrapping up karmic
Absolutely.
cycles.
Absolutely. Our question for y'all this week. Um, we did a lot of dragging this episode, so I feel like it should be something pertaining to that.
So the drags.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't even know, child.
I got out a lot off my chest this episode.
Same,
child.
girl. Same. Let them have it. With this crown on my head, bitch. Hallelujah. Amen.
What is their question gag?
I don't know. I was gonna say something like, I don't know. Like, Something pertaining to what we were talking about.
There's a lot of political stuff and
Oh, what's one delusion that you were fed as a child that when you got older you realized was not true?
what?
Period.
Girl, what?
What? That's a good question. Are you dumb?
You said a delusion? A delusion you were fed as a
Yes.
child? What, like Santa Claus?
Yes. Yeah. It could be as simple as that.
Girl, I figured that shit out when I was like 6 years old. I was just like, bitch, we don't have a chimney. First of all, we don't have a chimney. They tried to outsmart me. Oh, we leave the key under the doormat. We don't have a doormat, my love.
I said, all right, well, this ain't real. You already figured it
Right!
out. Might as well just tell you. But anyway, that's gonna wrap up our episode. Follow us at It Ain't Giving and on It Ain't Gaming, our TikTok channel, and our I don't know if Show wants to do anything with the channel called It Ain't
For
Gaming
what?
on YouTube.
Oh,
On
yes, it
YouTube,
ain't gaming. I could record
she's been
some.
posting shit on TikTok, and it's been
Yes.
doing a little bit of numbers, like 800 views. So
Yes.
yes,
Right.
go give that some love, and
Hmm.
we will catch y'all next week. See you later.
Bye.